wannabe entrepreneurs and new folks in business, and even some folks that have been there a long time, will often say, how do I find my biggest, toughest competitor? Who is the person that's hurting me the most? Or who do I need to be afraid of if I'm starting a new business? Well, I got a little surprise here for you. Your biggest competitor is in your personal life, and it's the distractions in your life. There's enough business out here for all of us to do really well and to really expand and grow, to go a lot of places and have high volumes of sales and take line shares of the market share. But what keeps us from doing it most are our own distractions. You're busy people. I'm a busy person. So when you're trying to think about the new things you need to do to make your business grow, you know what? That's something different's got to happen today than happened yesterday. So lots of times it just stops there, because those distractions in our lives keep us from bringing new things and new ideas and putting them into play. It's just kind of common sense, isn't it? And therefore you get into that procrastination thing. So when we learn to handle those distractions, we're going to be able to move forward. Now, what are the distractions? I'm not saying they're bad things, because it could be infant children that we're looking after. It could be you're the primary caretaker for your mom or your uncle or someone, and that's a 36-hour-a-day job. Or it may be you're already working 2 jobs and trying to get out of the rut. I know the distractions are here, and I know that they're real, and they have a lot to do with you being able to make the business decisions you want to do to move forward. So write down there for your number 13, who's your meanest competitor? The answer is the distractions in your life. Now, number 14, I wouldn't be a good guy if I didn't tell you how to let's move forward away from that, because you can win here. And it's a simple thing to do, and it's simply setting the right priorities. What you want to do today or what you want to do tomorrow to move forward, you need to list it down and make it a priority. Put it in line with the other things that you have to compete with and move it up as close to the top as you can. Finding those priorities and sticking to them is the biggest thing that's helped me through the years stay on top of so many things just as a one-person show. Here's what works for me. In the morning when I wake up and I can't quite get my head up off the pillow, well, I'm still kind of sleepy, but the TV's telling me I got to get up, or the alarm clock is, but I just can't quite do it. While I'm laying there, I'm awake, but I'm not up and moving. I say to myself and just think real seriously, what are the 3 or 4 things today I have got to get done to move forward with my plan? Yeah, it might be call certain customers. It might be raise some money. It might be move some money around. It might be to do some marketing things. It might be to make some videos. But whatever those priorities are, I say to myself, before lunch, I'm going to get this done. And then between the time I get up and lunchtime, I fight every distraction I can and try to stay on focus, try to get the things I'm done. Now, some days I'm a total failure. Things come in, I can't move them. But on days that I do have some flexibility, if I've got those priorities on my mind, I get a lot accomplished. Give that a try. I have more people that come to my seminars that report back to me or send me an email and say, Steve, thank you so much for setting the priorities, because it's making a major difference every day in my new business life. So I was glad to share that with you. Now we're going to move into a topic that every business person should know, but most do not. And that is, what is fair market value? What is fair market value? Well, there's all kinds of prices. You can put a price on anything and it's legal, because there's no law about how much you charge for this or that, or how much you can discount it, or what one person might sell something for versus another person. It's a free world. But you know what? There is one value that is a fixed number. It's a fixed number, and that's called a fair market value. And that is the value of something that holds up in court. You know, when someone's settling an estate and the heirs are arguing about what something's worth and someone else says it's that, so they want their fair share and they're not getting this or they're not getting that. Or the husband and wife are in divorce court arguing about the value of an automobile or a house or a boat, and one says it's worth $100,000, the other says it's worth 20. So there's a whole lot of arguing going on. Well, the judge there, he's a smart fella, and he's going to say to them, you know what we got to do? We got to find the fair market value of this. Now, that's a legal term. Yeah, it's in the U.S. Code. Fair market value is the value that a experienced buyer working with an experienced seller, underline here, neither one of them are under any pressure. Neither one are under any pressure to buy or to sell. And then underline something else here, which is both are very familiar with this product or this service and the normal values it has in the marketplace in today's situation. Now, when those two people that are under no pressure agree of the value of an item, that's called a fair market value. Now, who is it in the world that gives us fair market values all the time? That job title is called an appraiser, and that's what they do. You see their work on your tax forms when you get your property tax forms, that your house is worth this much or this piece of land is worth that. That's where appraisers came together and determined the fair market value of something. So what's that got to do with me as an entrepreneur? It's got everything to do. Because as business people, you must know that you need to buy stuff below fair market value. When you're searching and you're negotiating, you're always looking for the deal that is below fair market value when you're buying. And when you buy right, you can sell right, because you want to buy below fair market value so you can sell above fair market value. Buying is the key to selling. Buying below fair market value so you can sell above fair market value is what entrepreneurship and the free market system is all about. I want you to learn that lesson and start using it. When you know fair market value, then you're ready to go shopping. If you don't know fair market value on this item, you don't go out amongst the world of salespeople till you do know, so that you'll get the right deal at the right time. Come to one of the seminars. We talk a lot about fair market value and how to put that into play. It's the L and the H time now. The letter L and the letter H. And we're going to call it L and H targeted advertising. And that L and H stands for the look and the hook. When you are ready to do an advertising campaign and you're thinking look and hook, your advertising campaign will be successful. Because here it is. The L means that you put enough quality into the images that you put out on your advertising and your promotions on your web pages, that your imaging is good enough to get that shopper to stop and consider what you're offering. If it's junk, they roll on past it. If it's quality, they may stay there a minute and have that message in big, bold print to catch your eyes and get them to stay. You've got to have the look to get them to stop. And then you got to have the H, the hook, to get them to buy. The hook, in three other words, is the call to actions. That is the words that you have in your promotion that encourages people to call me now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till I have to go talk to somebody about it. Don't wait till I get around to it. I want to call you now. So you need to have a message in there that encourages that customer to pick up the phone or to come to see you and buy now. You want to take their butt out of the marketplace, and you do that with effective L&H marketing. The call to action is, hey, you need to do this before Friday at noon to get this deal. Or, hey, if you want us to come and clean your house before Easter, you need to call today. The call to action has to be in that ad for it to work. And you also need a termination date on there some way. This deal ends on a certain date, because that termination date gives you the ability, the unique ability, to make that ad accountable. Oh yeah. You can put your advertising campaign down. I'm going to spend this amount of money on it up to a certain date. And then you monitor those sales as they come in. how many of them are using that coupon number or referring to that ad to see if that ad made you money or not. To see if that ad made money or not. Yes, you can make your ads pay for themselves with the L and the H. If it made money, great, let's do it some more. If it didn't make money, we are not going to use that ad campaign again. And when you don't use it again, then you start saving tons of money that are usually wasted in marketing and advertising by most businesses. The L and the H, big deal.